Hi, my name is Walt Goodridge. I'm the author of several books, including The Ageless Adept, The Man Who Lived Forever, Fit to Breed, A Clean Cell Never Dies, and several other books, including Turn Your Passion into Profit, The Tao of Wow, and many others that you can find on my website. And I've been vegan now for over 2 decades. That means no chicken, no fish, no beef, no eggs, no pork, no alcohol, no drugs, no pesticides, no steroids, no antibiotics as much as I can avoid it. I eat organically as much as possible, and I eat raw as much as possible. And over the years, people who I went to college, for example, tell me that I look younger now than when I was in college. So over the years, people have asked for my advice and my tips on how they can change their diet, change their lifestyle. I've coached people through fasting and detoxing in order to alleviate certain issues that they've been with. So in the last few weeks, a few friends have called and asked me for my advice and tips on how they can help themselves weather the current scare, the current virus scare. So I decided to put a few videos together in order to address that and share it with other people who might be helped. So one of the first things I should say is, if at some point in the future you can't find this video here on this YouTube channel, you should subscribe to the channel and click the alert button. You should subscribe to the channel and click the alert button. That way I can notify you if the video gets moved, and there will be other channels and other platforms that you can use to access it. I'll set up an Instagram page. You can find me on Facebook as well. Just type my name into the search box, and I'll provide alternate means if for some reason this video is not available. Second thing is, this is not medical advice. This is all just my experience, my observations, my thoughts, my opinions, my suggestions as to what works for me and what has worked for several of my friends and family members who I've helped and coached. And again, if you find it helpful, you can share it with other people as well. Now, why am I doing this? As I mentioned, the people have been asking for tips and advice. So one of the first things I'd like to do is just say a few things to help perhaps put your mind at ease. And one of the things that is scariest about this situation is that we hear constantly that there's no cure. And what that typically means in our society is that there's no federally approved, no scientifically proven vaccine created by a pharmaceutical company that is available, to the public. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing that you can do in order to improve your health. There's a saying that I like: the best immunity is good health, and I believe that strongly. And we know that that's true because we've heard reports that children are less susceptible. We've heard reports that older people are more susceptible. We've heard reports that men are more susceptible and that women are less susceptible. And what that says to me is that there is a condition that your body can be in that can make you more or less susceptible. And that should be encouraging. That's good news, because that means there are things that you can do in order to either reduce the toxic load on your system or improve your immunity. And that's what I'm going to be covering in some of these videos over the next few days. So with that said, I'd like to give you a simple way of looking at health that I use that can help you make the right decisions in terms of what's good and what's bad for your body. There are only 2 reasons why you'll fall into bad health, and that's because there's something in your body that shouldn't be there, or there's something that should be in your body that's not there. So by that I mean there's something in your body that shouldn't be there. We're talking about pesticides or steroids or drugs or parasites or some sort of bacteria or viruses, something that's in your body that shouldn't be there, that's compromising your health. The other side is that there is something that should be in your body that is not there. There should be some nutrients, some vitamins, some mineral that should be in your body in order to help it function better, but is not there. So the 2 strategies that you're going to use in order to improve your health is simply, 1, to remove reduce the toxic load on your body. And the second strategy is to improve the nutritional content of the food you eat. So it's pretty simple. You're either going to remove what shouldn't be there, or you're going to put in what should be there. So over the course of the next few videos, that's what I'm going to be sharing. Some simple strategies for you to do that. And everything that I'm going to share with you in these videos is available in my book, Cleancell Never Dies. And it's based on 7 principles, 7 conversations that I have with all my coaching clients. And I'll share the first 2 conversations with you. The first is nature is foolproof. And the second is the body is coded to heal. Now, if that sounds intriguing to you, I'll repeat that. Nature is foolproof and the body is coded to heal. And I'll just explain what I mean by those first 2. So let me ask you a question. Do you believe that nature is perfect, or do you believe that nature is flawed and that it requires man's intervention in order to make it perfect? This is very important, because if you believe that nature is perfect, then that affects your behavior and the things you do and the things you believe in one path. And then if you believe that nature is flawed and that man is more powerful or is here to improve upon nature, then that affects your decisions and how you see the world. So as I work on the next video, I'd like you to think about that question. Do you believe nature is perfect, or do you believe nature is flawed? Now, I believe that nature is perfect. I believe that nature isn't sitting around for millions of years waiting for man to come around in little blue suits and microscopes in order to make it perfect. No amount of news reports about the safety of genetically modified foods will ever convince me that they are more perfect and more suited to the human body than ones that the human body was designed for and that evolved alongside with. So if you believe that nature is perfect, you start there with your belief system that nature is perfect, and then it doesn't matter how many double-blind studies there are. You cannot tell me that eating apples out of a can is better than eating an apple straight off a tree. If you believe that nature is perfect, then you seek your cures and you seek your solutions to challenges through nature and not through man's intervention. Now, that's not saying that there are certain things that man has developed that can help, but by and large, if your worldview is that nature is flawed and we're at the mercy of scientists in order to tell us what to eat and what's good and what's bad, then you'll constantly be jumping back and forth. You'll listen to one news report one day that says eggs are good and you'll eat eggs, and then you'll listen to another report the next day that says eggs are bad and you'll stop eating eggs, so you'll be confused. But if you start with the underlying belief, the foundational belief that nature is perfect, that it doesn't matter how many times the 6 o'clock news changes based on whoever is sponsoring the news, you will know that for example, as I do, that the human body is not designed to eat pork, pigs. So it doesn't matter how many news reports I see, that is my foundational belief, and that will never change, and that has helped me over the years in order, to stay healthy. So think about that question while I work on the next video. Is nature perfect or flawed? And if you believe nature is perfect, then tune in to the next set of videos and you'll hear some, how that should affect your decisions and how that should affect how you deal with this current crisis. And in the meantime, you please subscribe to the channel and click the alert button so that you'll be notified when I upload the next video. So until then, thanks for watching, and remember, the best immunity is good health. Oh, a few more things. Feel free to ask any specific questions, any specific health-related questions you might have if you're interested in doing an extended water fast, or if you're interested in changing your diet and becoming vegan, or if you're interested in doing a detox. Feel free to ask a specific question in the comments below and I'll answer them. And also, I have a free report coming out entitled Turn Your Pandemic into Profit. That's based on my book, Turn Your Passion into Profit. And it'll show you how to generate income, different strategies for generating income, even if you're in quarantine. So check out the other YouTube channel. There will be a link to that in the description for that information. Thanks again.